Welcome to Physics Podcast. I'm your host, Faisal Chipral. Today, I have a very, very interesting guest. He is the most popular agent. Welcome to BC. Yony, I'm glad that you're right. How are you?
Thank you so much, man. It's a pleasure. Appreciate the opportunity.
All right. How was your summer?
Summer was good. Summer in BC is always fun card. I think the DMV in general, it's a lot to do here. So I had a ball, had a good time.
Did you take some time off?
Yeah, out of here and there.
See, you are always working.
Yeah, not always. No, not always. That. It's like my mantra: work hard, play hard, enjoy the journey, enjoy the fruits of your labor, and I think just mixing all that, it's kind of enjoying the entire journey.
So you had a good, great summer. That's good. All right, so let's begin the podcast by asking about your upbringing.
Okay.
Did you grow up in Washington, D.C.?
Sort of, and I say that because we migrated from Ethiopia when I was around 6 or so. So my mom and my sister came first, and my dad, my brother, and I came back the year after that. I was born by my dad. Like I said, speak up back. This is what I said. But came here is the DMV area, particularly Arlington. So was there, but then my parents had an opportunity to send us to a boarding school, a Christian boarding school. That school, word of mouth through the Ethiopian community. It was a nonprofit school, so it really helped out a lot of parents that came here working their tail off to put their kids in a better situation. So it was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. Was in the boonies, like Southwest Virginia. So around from seventh grade year, beginning of my 7th grade year to high school. It's a boarding school. The school's called Mock Mission School. You grew up, so it had ages pre-K all the way to high school. So we all went to that school again, like down in Southwest Virginia. But that school really. So I spent my time, majority of the school year there. We come here for holiday and summer break. That's about it. So both.
What kind of center were you best?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like academically, I wasn't like that, super A. But I needed to do what I needed to do, and I was pretty good. I would say B. Let's say B plus. Let's just say it. Yeah.
You're a good student.
I think I did what I needed to do to get the job, man. Just like that.
So you fit trust when you go to college?
I went to college, yeah. So I went to a school called Milligan College, and we were talking earlier, but I ever since I came to this country, I fell in love with basketball. Picked up basketball, and I saw a sprint, and so I was able to, got pretty good. I was able to get a scholarship to, it's called Milligan College, a Division II school in Tennessee, in East Tennessee, and so what great. I studied psychology. Psychology, yeah. Nice. Up until I found out I'm at school, you really need to really make a living with psychology. I was always interested in psychology, some sports psychology, just some aspect of that. And ultimately, that's what there's psychology kind of translates into everything.
That's probably also helping you for the food.
Yeah,
because
I was going to talk those things really. Has nothing really to do with
psychology.
The home is really more so being able to with sales and all that has to do with that.
So after you finished college, did you straight go to real estate, or you decided?
No. I started working at the Department of Education. And it seemed like that. Let me say. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. After college, I actually decided to pursue basketball. So I started working as a basketball coach at college, St. Mary's College of Maryland. Did that for about 3-4 years. In actually St. Mary's County, which is not too far from here. A beautiful school called St. Mary's College of Maryland, right on the water. So I was still kind of pursuing that basketball aspect of it in terms of college coaching. So did that and kind of got burnt out with ball. And
you couldn't win?
I couldn't win.
You couldn't win.
This school, there's a lot that goes on, but college coaching is a lot, especially when you're trying to move up in that world. You gotta really pay your dues. But I think I just there's a lot of politics in college coaching and whatnot. So I kind of got burnt out and said, you know what, let me get back. Let me take a serious job or a real job. Got back to the area, started working at the Department of Education, doing contract specialist work. Started that, did that for about 9 months. Wait, I was like, I can't choose as well. Next time I'll transition to real estate. So yeah, so after that, I was like, I can't.
Why you needed to lose them?
Man, dangerous.
4 years, 17?
No, this at least like 15 years. 15 years. But yeah, I just got burned out with I wasn't a cubicle guy that I like tell people. You know, sitting 9 to 5. At the same time, I was really Rich Dad Poor Dad. And it's also about the rat race. And one of the things that stood out to me was if you wait too long to kind of follow your dreams or like really take chances, that it becomes too much to do because there's so many people that you put in jeopardy. When they're younger, they're just you. You know, things go left, it's just you. But once you have a family and care a kid, then that's gonna be hard. We're taking those chances.
So I first said nothing.
Yeah, so early is good because you have time to recover, and it's not affecting a lot of people. Just obviously yourself. So I was doing that. I said,
Why real estate?
You know, I was always interested in real estate, Joe, personally. But I studied more about it. The barrier to entry wasn't too much, but too difficult. And so I said, you know what? It kind of fits. Personally, I think that would work well. Entrepreneurial spirit, in the sense of I have this person, don't be allergic to hard work. I wasn't allergic to hard work. So it kind of fit that. I said, I think this could be a good route. And so took the class, got my license. And
So I'm going to move fast to your current company.
Yeah.
DMV Realty.
Yony Kifle.
When did you start?
When I started, it took like 3-4 years after that. So because ultimately when it started in the sense of you become an agent, right? And if you're lucky enough to kind of get some success, and if you work hard enough and you build a team aspect of it, and kind of that's how it progressed.
So how hard was it, like, you transition from working for someone else?
Yeah, and I think I was really excited, but I mean, there's a lot that comes with it, right? I mean, there's certain aspects that I still go back to. I was like, man, entrepreneurship sucks. Like, you know, like that. There's those days where like it's never off, right? So there's aspects of it, and it was hard, but I enjoyed the fact that, especially in our business of real estate, it's sales, commission based, all that. Right? So like I enjoyed being able to know that my direct income is tied to the level of work I put into, right? Versus where it's typical 9 to 5, it's just, that's part of average. It's not really tied to your what do you do accomplishment is basically what style that you have. But I in sales and services industry, you can change. Your income can change like that based on how much work you put into it, right? So I enjoyed that part and fulfilling that fulfilling that comes with, putting that work in, and then ultimately, in our industry, real estate too, being able to interact with so many different people in our area, especially in our area. That's the epitome of the melting pot. So many nationalities, so many cultures, all that. So that's okay. All right, enjoy.
So tell me more about the company. Is it like a brokerage or?
Yes. So your DMV team is, I would say, a small brokerage in the sense, but we are under the umbrella, like in this case, of a bigger brokerage, right? So in this case, I moved. We're at EXP Realty, okay, and that's under the team under that, right? There's and it consists of myself, the supporting staff assistants, inside sales agents, which basically is people that call, and then various agents that are on the team, right? I think right now, give or take, I think we're about 14 agents on the team. Yeah, so all through the DMV. So that's kind of where we're at. So
let's say you also have access to financial institutions. That's
yeah. So we have partnerships with mortgage lenders, right? Banks, finance, and then everything else that comes with real estate, whether it be title companies, like obviously attorneys, home inspectors, everything that goes into it. So when somebody contacts us, it's basically like, again, these are not directly tied to our company, but these are partnerships that we have because these are people that we trust. These are people that have done great things we had a relationship with for a long time. So we put people in positions that we know that they're going to be successful. There's a lot of bad apples in this, all right? Whether it be lenders, online lenders that will tell you anything to get the business, but normally get the job done. All of that. So there's a in-house of referral vendors that we have.
Right. So now let's talk about real estate. So
wait.
So what does it take to become a real estate agent?
In terms of like logistically, it doesn't take much, right? Somebody reaches out to me, and I get countless people that won't get to those cities. It's really, you take generally in all, in the US, you take 60 hours of a class, whether it be in class or online. So however however you talk that. I'm not an online person in the sense by that work, I lose attention span. So there's different classes going on. So you take that and then take 2 sets of tests. So again, the barrier to entry is it's not hard. And that's how you have everybody sessions, right? It's not. So what you learn in those classes has nothing to do with if you're successful or not, right? So that logistically, that's the process to get your license. So nothing cheap to do.
Oh. So I always see every real estate agent saying, "Hey, you can buy a home without down payment." Is it possible?
It's possible. There's certain qualifications that happen there, and I think a lot of people sometimes they look at that and say, "Oh, it's too difficult." But every state in the U.S. generally at least has one program that's like a first-time home buyer program that you can buy with no money down, right? Or very little, right? But even just without those programs, a lot of people don't understand that. There's a lot of myths and misconceptions that goes on with this. Everybody loves talking about this. Your uncle, that bought a house 20 years ago loves to talk about this. Even though it doesn't probably even say does not reflect on what's going on right now. And so it's possible, just in our DMV area alone, there's 7 programs that you can utilize that will give you the zero down payment or very low.
So my other question is, now I'm seeing a lot of people buying condos.
Yeah.
Just for investment, what do you think about it? Do you think that's a good strategy?
Yeah, so right now, condos, it's a lot of inventory. The market has softened, especially like in DC. I was talking about this the other week. So there's a lot of inventory of condos. What I mean by my inventory, there's a lot of supply of condos. So you're able to get condos, better terms, price is better. You can negotiate a little better. With condos, the only concern is when you're buying something to buy and hold or to Airbnb. First and foremost, Airbnb, a lot of these condo buildings are trying to remove that, right? And the bylaws saying you can't do that. So you have to take those. And there's a lot of people that do Airbnb arbitrage, things of that sort. But the other side of condos is the condo. We live in an area that has large condo fees. So the margins, the condo fees take away from the margins of being able to rent it out and get some cash. Because as an owner of a condo, you have to pay that yourself. So when you talk about the mortgage plus the condo, there's not really that margin, if any, to make any money now. So you make what even made up. So they will reach it as much as townhouses and single family. Okay, because then you get the other costs on the top of that. And so, I mean, again, it all depends on, not generically speaking, but it all depends on location and things of that sort. But generally speaking, they don't appreciate it as much as townhouses.
So the other question is, let's say people who live back homes.
Okay.
Can they buy homes in the US? They
can. There's different programs here. You have different lenders. Depending on your visa type and whatnot, it's generally going to require at least 30 to 40% down. Okay, so you're going to have to put
that money down.
Obviously, yeah. If you're buying cash, cash is king. So there's no question. It's really, when you say back home too, the only not negative, but things you have to kind of maneuver is how to take that money and put it here or transfer it here, right? I would always recommend having an account in somewhere like Dubai, so that's a much easier transfer process.
But do you get a lot of calls like that?
We do, yeah. The past year for sure. Past year.
So, and the other issue I see in our community is, some of these people have money, to open restaurants or bar shop. Who they have to call? You see most stuff, right?
Yeah, it's about commercial.
Commercials.
Yeah. So we have a commercial as well. So like it's a majority of our business has been residential. Yeah. But we handle commercial as well. And even commercial, it's the commercial space kind of dipped a little bit the past few years, but especially office spaces and whatnot. But there's a couple of different opportunities, and so yeah, we handle that too.
I see that a lot. You can see some of them have money that.
Yeah, but they don't know. Again, it's really about guidance, and that's kind of what we pride ourselves on, being able to take somebody that really has, whether it be a first-time home buyer or somebody that's buying investment property, taking somebody from point A, to point Z, just taking and handling that and hand holding to so even commercial, it's a different animal in the sense of versus residential, but we handle that too, and we help plenty of clients.
What do you like about the industry? What do you like about the industry?
The people, honestly, it's the people in the sense of, again, my I love people. Maybe I think this time at a time, but like I love being able to interact with a multitude of people, different cultures. It's the diversity of the DMV is what makes it great. Again, it's different cultures, just and ultimately too, different people that work in different industries. It's not just a slew, just this type of industry that works, right? It's everybody, right? Whether it be somebody that's flying over for the past 5 years, somebody that's in the tech world, somebody that's in government, somebody that's a business owner. That I think that's really what it is. Because everything else is that's pretty standard. Just get a little condo, townhouse, a single family. That's not my passion. My passion is more so just being able to meet and interact and cultivate, create relationships.
What's it like meeting?
And that's kind of, again, that our business model is really relationships over transactions. So being those people, meet those people, and interact.
So what's your best advice to new real estate agents? What should they do to be successful?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. It's not rocket science, but any sales, any entrepreneurship type of any service, it's gonna take a lot of work. So this is my I just need this, and now I'm okay. Right? If I have this, you can succeed, right? So I think getting into the business, there's a lot of different advice we get from different people, right? I think it's picking out 1, 2, or 3 sources of whether it be lead generation or what you really like, in the sense of what you feel comfortable with, whether it be open houses, calls, whether it be client appreciation thing, and really consistency, right? Consistency. One of the things that I think I think you can ask a lot of people, if somebody were to describe me, I think consistency is what I'm known for. And if you just do that enough, if you show up enough, consistency, you'll succeed.
All right, let's talk about social media. When did you start posting on social?
Man, it was like when I started, honestly. So like, this is before like social media was like really like popping, or like that was the mainstream. And I still remember my first post. My first post was a post, mean like a video. But I think everybody should be making videos, whatever business that you're in. If you're especially an entrepreneur, videos is obviously it's important. But I remember it was just, I was at an open house, nobody was there. Nobody actually had come to think. Probably had like one visitor, and I just like, let me just do a quick video talking about like something like that. And so I think a lot of people, this is a nice setup, right? This is where we're at, is a nice setup. But regular videos, right? People get caught up in content that has to be perfect. It has to be like, you have to have amazing pieces of camera, you have to have light. They get caught up in that so much that it stops them from doing anything. So yeah, social media is it's obviously a big part now of our work. But when we started, it was just kind of getting started.
So you believe it's helping this?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a brand building for sure. So when I did social media, my purpose wasn't to get immediate lead that I can get, that I can take and lead. It's more so building a brand. I wanted to be somebody that, when they saw me, and I get that now, when anybody saw me on the street or they see me, oh, that's the real estate guy. It doesn't matter if they don't remember my name. That's the real estate guy. When people think of real estate, I want them to think of me. So circulate that and build that bridge, whatever you're trying to build, whatever brand service to kind of make you that expert. But now that's it. I've been seeing doing it for how many years now? So
you strongly believe if you have a business, just be on social media.
You have to. I mean, why not? Well, it's easy. Doesn't cost you anything. I wholeheartedly believe in that. Social media has revolutionized the marketing game.
Okay. What do you think about word of mouth in the real estate industry?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, that's what we grew. Word about this huge. I mean, it's a big part of how we kind of became, especially the Amish community, right? And so, because again, that's where it goes in real estate. Relationships over transaction. So you want to get to, we just say, hey, we have these people that we help, and those people are gonna speak to their friends, family, coworkers, people that they know, and that's how we're gonna double down, right? And so when you do that, then ultimately you can grow a business where it's referral based, and you don't have to rely on outside ad spend, this and that, because that's the best. And so, but it goes to speak to that the person in front of you, the person that you help, you have to do such a great job for that person that they feel compelled, or they feel that they want to make sure that their friends and family are taken care of. And so it actually makes you, if you're building that business about that, it actually makes you a better agent.
All right. So since you started, a lot has changed in the industry.
Yeah.
So do you think now it's easier to sell homes than when you first started?
So I think social media has made it
A little bit easier.
easier, but now I think there's so much more competition, right?
Competition like
With other agents, because I mean, there's so many people in business.
Okay.
So it seems like, right?
Yes.
And there are people, they think, and this is where it comes out, that people think that, okay, they get their license. You know, I've seen this plenty of times. People get their license and they think they make a post. They're trying to get a client, right? I'm like, are you crazy? You're crazy. So like, I think it could be that if you are consistent and you really, it's not just about social media, but if you do the other things that you needed, I think it could be easier, maybe, get sales now. But it all depends on market, right? In the past 2 years has been probably like one of the craziest and slowest markets that we've seen, not only in our area, just overall.
After COVID.
After COVID, when rates started spiking, and then now we, dealing with.
You might get a break tomorrow. You might get a break tomorrow. I might get a break tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I would say like, things like that already kind of get baked into what's happening before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say, like I said, a little easier in that sense when it comes to that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about, I think, in real estate. Let's talk about Ethiopia.
Oh, good.
First of all, I didn't know you were born there, so that was news
so I
to
was
me.
born. A lot of people sometimes they didn't realize that I was born there.
So what was the first time you went there after you established your business?
So I went. I started going kind of more consistently. I went for a wedding one, but like more consistently about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And it was actually through. It was because one of our clients here that bought a few homes was starting the process of building. He's a developer over there, and so he wanted us to help him sell to the diaspora. There's a lot of builders now that have like reached out and trying to really get the diaspora. And so that's when I went, and it was I think it was through January. So that's when my first hand experience of what's going on there, right?
What do you like about the country?
From the party,
Hey, what do you like the first? What do you like? What do you like about the country?
It's, being there was amazing. There's a lot of things that people don't see. There's a lot of opportunities, right? When it comes to real estate, I was trying to get my head around the real estate thing. Opportunity. Things have cooled down since I've been there. But when I went there, I was just I couldn't grasp the prices there.
Expensive?
I would say pretty expensive. And the reason why I say that is because, and my whole, I was perplexed at who was buying real estate. I think when I go in real estate, what I mean is when you go to Ethiopia, right? There's a clear line of the haves and have-nots. There's no middle class wholesale. Here you go. Like here, part of what's revolutionized real estate was like a 30-year loan. Those options are starting to maybe pop up, but like when you're buying straight cash. So it's really the wealthy and foreigners that are buying real estate. I was trying to understand that there was enough demand of that all these construction was being built. I saw some amazing products, incredible communities and whatnot. So I've been trying to get my grasp, the idea and the market. Real estate is local. Understanding how pricing, locations, the demand deals, and that's how pricing and all that's put together. So that was kind of my idea. I was impressed with a lot of the projects that I saw.
Yeah.
So that was the first for me trying to get an idea of that.
So are you saying that foreign investors are kind of buying those properties?
Yeah, I would say it's people that either generally investors that are wealthy,
Okay.
that are business owners and whatnot, or it's outside as well. Maybe diaspora that are buying some of those real estate.
So what do you think about the music industry? Let's say you used to like where they say halls. Have you noticed any difference?
But the process?
Yeah.
The process is completely different. And that was kind of what we were struggling with. We're trying to like understand how the process goes there versus here. Here it's a more structured type of, the process. And again, there's a financing aspect of it. So getting a loan from the bank, it's pretty standard, right? I can explain to somebody in front of me, the process in 10 minutes here. Over there, it's a little bit different. There's no central place that you're able to locate properties, right? There's no central community here. Ultimately, you want to know anything that's for sale. You have these apps now, whether it be Redwood, Zillow, this or that, but they all come from the main multiple listing service, right? That all properties that are for sale on there. So there's not some of that. So I think a lot of the supply of homes, you have to either through word of mouth, or it's a lot of 95, I think, % of the sales in Ethiopia is new construction.
Yeah.
There's a different builders going.
And they pay cash too.
And they big it, yes. No, there's no fight. So yeah, it's a little different.
So, but for what do you do? Do you?
I was we 5. I mean, yeah. One thing I'll tell you, Ethiopia, the nightlife thing, they figured it out for sure. But I love food as well.
Yeah. What do you say they figured out? It's more fun?
Yeah, they have figured out. It's definitely fun, top notch. The venues are incredible.
Yeah.
The restaurants, the lounges, the clubs are incredible. That one is that's on the top of around the world in a sense. It's a good time. It's good. The hospitality, the food, obviously. Every time I come back, I always regret not eating as much there. Like especially, quality, non-processed. My favorite food is in Japanese. So it's big.
What's your favorite tips?
No, man. Honestly, I do enjoy that, but this is my favorite.
Okay. You say okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to what else? So how's your Amharic?
Just horrible.
How you say it?
Yeah. Horrible. It has to.
But you understand, right?
I can understand, unless you're talking super fast and whatnot. But I can understand. It's the reciprocal me speaking back that's a little tough.
I think they sent you boarding school, so
They already know, but the boarding school, yeah, it wasn't that. You weren't taking that for sure. No.
yeah, okay.
No. But I'm gonna learn. No.
Okay, now, so let's go personal.
How about it?
So you're a father, right?
I'm probably, yeah.
So how do you balance being a father and a business owner?
That's a good question. I think being a father makes you, first and foremost, you have to set boundaries in the sense of when you boundaries of like when you got to work, when you're not working, right? All those things. And so I think we have in our minds think that being hardworking means that you always have to be. Sometimes, right? Generally, actually, it's 3 or 4 hours of focus and working on the right things is better than just 8 hours of just not really doing the right things. So I try to, in my mind, and work with son, play with son, work, rest on the son, or more time rest, right? So I set boundaries in the sense of, hey, here's these times I'm working. When you're working, you're working. And these are times I'm putting together for family and my son, and that's how I try to set my stay.
I see. So how do you stay healthy? I see you work all the time. Is it?
Yeah. We were talking earlier. So I grew up playing basketball, but I haven't played, like you said, actual like a pickup game like 2 years.
Come back.
I work out. I wake up. My schedule during the weekday. Wake up at 4. I'm in the gym by 4:30. It's an hour and a half of just kind of like cardio and then like body weight type of thing. And so it's consistency of that. Even if it's a little, like, just moving your body. And again, what I know, when I mean cardio, I'm on an incline walk for about 35, 40 minutes. And that itself, will help. So I think health is very important. Like I said, once you lose that, you understand there's nothing else more important. So I try to really stay consistent with that as much as I can,
No. So what do you do for fun? Sam, what thing?
Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun. I mean, I enjoy hanging out, honestly. Food, drink. I was strolling around if there's a realtor, you definitely, everyone knows they drinks.
That's also how you meet people.
Oh, networking. Yeah. So, I mean, I've built the company based on like client appreciation events, what we do. People love our client appreciation. I love it. Just being able to, on a non-business aspect of having a good time, being able to, and I think that's when you get to know a lot of people too. A lot of people have their guards up when it's like a more professional setting. When it's a more social setting, that's when I think you can kind of get, interact a little bit better, connect with people a little bit better. So enjoying that. Taking rest days, I love. Sometimes when I'm, like I said, restaurant assigned rest, just sitting on the couch sometimes, just watching my favorite shows, laughing. Those things are how I kind of decompress and have a good time.
All right. So you have been in business like for more than it's been
15 years or so.
So what have you learned about going business?
Yeah. Never stop doing the things that got you where you are successful. I think sometimes in our lives, and it doesn't have necessarily business, but like we do these things that gets us successful or creates some sort of consummate and success, and then we stop doing those things. So we pull, put the we're not all the way in terms of the pedal, right? We take our leg off the pedal a little bit and maybe get comfortable, and that's when you kind of see things unravel, right? So continue to do the things that got you to where that got you to be successful. Never let up. That's what I would say.
All right, so that was the last question. Everybody, I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate
coming here. I'm sure you'll come back.
Yeah, I'll eat.
And with